and I don't love you, and I don't love, don't listen you, and I don't love, don't listen you, and I don't love you, and I don't listen you, and I don't love, and I don't love, don't listen you, and I don't love, don't listen you, and I don't love you, and I don't listen you, and I don't love, and I don't love, don't listen you, and I don't love, don't listen you, and I don't love, and I don't listen you, and I don't love, and I don't love, don't listen you, and I don't love, don't listen you, and I don't love you, and I don't listen you, and I don't love, and I don't love, don't listen you, and I don't love, don't listen you, and I don't love, and I don't listen you, and I don't love, and I don't love, and I don't love, don't listen you, and I don't love, don't listen you, and I don't love you, and I don't listen you, and I don't love, and I don't love, don't listen you, and I don't love, don't listen you, and I don't love, and I don't listen you, and I don't love, and I don't love, don't listen you, and I don't love, don't listen you, and I don't love you, and I don't listen you, and I don't love. And I don't love, don't listen you, and I don't love, don't listen you, and I don't love you, and I don't listen you, and I don't love, and I don't love, don't listen you, and I don't love, don't listen you, and I don't love, don't listen. I'm thinking of you, and I don't love you, don't love you, don't listen you, don't listen you, don't listen you, and I don't listen you, and I don't love you, thinking of you, and I don't love you, don't love you, don't listen you, don't listen you, don't listen you, and I don't listen. I'm thinking of you, and I don't love you, don't love you, don't listen you, don't listen you, don't listen you, and I don't listen you, and I don't love you, thinking of you, and I don't love you, don't love you, don't listen you, don't listen you, don't listen you, and I don't listen you, and I don't love you, thinking of you, and I don't.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's Sunday morning here. So exciting news. So I found out the other day that Tim has bought us tickets to New Caledonia for my birthday. So I'm super excited. My parents are actually there at the moment. They live on a sailing boat and they sailed over there. So we're gonna go see them. So we're going in 3 weeks, and it was supposed to be a surprise because my birthday is actually next week. But I'm so glad I found out because, as you guys would know, I've been eating at like sort of my maintenance calories or in a surplus because I'm really focusing on building strength and muscle at the moment. So I'm not my usual self in regards to how lean I'm feeling. So I'm glad I found out because it's the perfect time because I was eating in my maintenance and surplus for a good month. So it's kind of perfect time to change things up and do like a mini cut. So my maintenance is roughly around 2,000 calories and surplus I probably eat like 2,200. And so basically we're just going to shock the body, change it up, not anything dramatic, because as soon as you do something dramatic, like if you lose weight really fast, you're probably going to gain the weight back really fast. So we're not doing anything dramatic or anything like that. I'm just being more conscious of the fact that I'm going and I'm gonna be in a bikini. So what we did, I spoke to LJ about it, and she was sort of happy for me to do a mini cut. So basically what we're doing is this week just gone and next week I'm eating around 1,800 calories, so it's not much left. So then also after this 2 weeks I'm gonna go down again to around 1,700, and that's as low as I'm gonna go. So that's only 300 calories. So it's really, I'm not cutting my food dramatically or anything like that because I don't want my body to get used to surviving off 1,700 calories, because if I do, then as soon as I try and eat more and go back to my maintenance at 2,000, I will just put on weight. So we're doing it really slow, and I'm sort of doing this video because I want you guys to sort of see that you can get leaner and lose body fat while still keeping muscle and also eating foods that are like yummy and different and not boring. So it's lunchtime and I'm gonna cook something delicious. It's actually, probably a couple weeks ago I put up a post and I had cooked some cauliflower hash browns from my friend's keto ebook, so I'm gonna cook them and show you, slightly modified, but basically the same. I've probably mentioned this numerous times, but I eat quite high fat. The way I can sort of explain it is high carb meals. If I have a high carb meal, I often find that I'm quite tired and slow and want to have a nap, and sometimes I get some gut issues. Where if I have a high fat meal, I'm fuller for longer. I feel like I can go for a walk and be active, like I don't get that sluggish feeling or anything like that. So the first thing you're gonna do is cut up some cauliflower. Now I've actually pre-bought this cauliflower rice from Coles, so it's already cut up, but if you don't have one of these, just cut up some cauliflower. And this is roughly 150 grams.
And I don't love you, don't love you, don't listen you, don't listen you, don't listen you, and I don't listen you, and I don't love you, thinking of you, and I don't love you, don't love you, don't listen you, don't listen you, don't listen you, and I don't listen you, and I don't love you, and I don't love you, don't listen you, and I don't love you, don't listen you, and I don't love you, and I don't listen you, and I don't love you, and I don't love you, don't listen you, and I don't love you, don't listen you, and I don't love you, and I don't listen you, and I don't love you. And I don't love, don't listen you, and I don't love, don't listen you, and I don't love, and I don't listen you, and I don't love, and I don't.
Yum, how good did these look? I just had a taste and they taste amazing. If you don't like tuna, you can literally put anything on top. And there's heaps of good fats in here, so it's gonna keep me fuller for longer.
And I don't listen you, and I don't love.
Me and Tim are about to go for a walk, take the puppies for a walk, and we're gonna go get some poke balls. I just thought I'd quickly say though, so when I am making a conscious effort to get a little leaner and become Operation Bikini Bod, so just some main things that I do is I really make sure, I know I say that I don't eat refined sugars, but sometimes they do creep into my diet, so I just really make sure that I'm not eating refined sugars. Also, as you would know, so I make sure I volumize my meals, so like with heaps of vegetables, really sort of low calorie foods, but make sure I'm eating a lot of volume. I find that helps so much. I don't restrict myself with sweet things. So as you would have seen, I put a bit of honey in my coffee, and as long as it's not refined sugars, I still, you know, we'll have sweet things. Like tonight after our poke bowls, I've already sort of calculated it, and I'll have enough to have like some chobani and berries and a little chocolate thing. But I just make sure it's like quite clean, but I don't restrict myself in regards to sweet things, because I know as soon as I do that, it might last a couple of days, but that's all it's gonna last, and then I'm gonna go off the handle. Why are you whinging, Wolf?
Long nights and cold beds, breaking down, hurting heads, lost touch of the energy, losing all the chemistry, moving on, keep it strong.
I just got salmon, ginger, avocado, capsicum, edma beans, bean sprouts, some other stuff, and I got mine on a bed of kale and mixed greens. And what'd you get, Tim? Tim got like a chicken sort of one.
Brown rice.
Yum. So I'm back home to start to have my dessert. This is just chobani with some kikea mixed in with it, and I've got some frozen blueberries, frozen strawberries, and I'm gonna have 4 pieces of this Loving Earth chocolate, which is amazing. But yeah, I put this into my Fitness Pal already, and I'm pretty much hitting my macros pretty perfect today, so that's good. So this is just a little example. I'm cutting, getting lean, and I'm still eating yummy foods. But anyway, I hope you liked this video. I'm gonna leave it here for now. See you guys.
Keep it strong, keep it strong.